This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Blues of St. Louis. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jefferson moving in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings use the early turnover. First here in this one. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Sanders. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Vincent. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
This will be fielded at the 17. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That stop made by Jack Campbell. But you look at this defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So 4th from the bottom, Charles.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Vincent. He's got Gore. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. A try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Next to score, Vikings 21, lose nothing. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. At their own 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And now an audible here into something else. To throw on 3rd down, Vincent. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On second down, they'll run it here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. Good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Now the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here we go. Shot.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hurt.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Hooker. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. Nifty move. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jefferson going to go in motion right.
Check, Panther. Bring it. Hey, check that.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Shrugs him off. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the jump.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Hooker on first down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, 54 yards. And the Blues are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He sets to fire deep. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Lose 7.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he will have a Vikings first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Vikings have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Hooker to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check, Panther. Ready, ready.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Ready,
3rd and 4. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker fights through him. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Go check, go check.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Another run with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got his target. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's your first drive of the 2nd half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot and see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the 1st half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Vikings have got it on cruise control. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Vikings 56, Blues 14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Hooker now off play action. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Ready?
They'll go for it. Hooker. That is caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, check that.
Hooker's going to throw it. It's complete. It's good. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go. Shot.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country
Hawk
mile.
70. Hawk 70. Ready?
Throwing. Hooker. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Blues get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them. Not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Let's go.
2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. set up the screen. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! From 6 yards away. And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true.
Okay, break.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check smash. Check smash. Ready.
Hooker going to try and throw for it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll change things up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw. Hooker.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
He's got space past the 25.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 11 yards there. 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On the set.
Hooker now on 1st down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Viking 18. Ready?
Now Hooker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they'll audible to something else. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that,
the guy's man complete. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had.
There he goes, right side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Come on.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hooker.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared.